Today's topic is one that hits a nerve for many. Would you stay with a partner who doesn't have much financially and help them build a future together?
Welcome to the Real Relationship Talk, where we dive into the tough questions that make us rethink love, ambition, and everything in between.
We all know that financial stability is important in a relationship, but what happens when one partner isn't financially well off yet?
Is it worth staying in the relationship, helping them grow, and building something together? Or does financial struggle become a deal breaker?
It's tough because we're often told that love can overcome anything, but can love really overcome financial instability in a long-term partnership?
Right, money doesn't define love, but it sure can create stress in a relationship. So, should you stay and help or leave and move on?
I think the key question is, what does helping mean? Are you supporting their dreams or are you shouldering the burden alone?
That's a great question. There's a huge difference between supporting someone's potential and carrying the weight for them. And that's where boundaries come into play.
Boundaries are so important. If you're both working towards a shared goal, that's different from one person constantly playing catch up.
Exactly. True. But then there's the argument that love is about partnership, being there for each other even when things aren't easy.
That's the tough part. We want to support our partners, but when we're struggling financially ourselves, how much of that do we owe to them?
It's not about owing, it's about whether you both have a shared vision. Can you see a future together, even if it means starting from scratch?
And what about the fear of getting stuck? What if you stay in a relationship for love, but you realize you're never moving forward financially?
That's a valid fear. But at the same time, if your partner is committed to growth, should their lack of financial stability right now be a deal breaker?
That's a big question. I think it's about seeing potential. Are they actively working on improving their situation, or are they waiting for someone else to make things happen?
And there's also the issue of motivation. Are they motivated to better themselves, or are they stuck in a comfort zone? That can make or break the relationship.
Comfort zones can be dangerous, especially if you're not growing together. But can a person really change, or is it just wishful thinking?
So change is possible, but it takes effort from both sides. If you're both committed, it can work. But if one person isn't putting in the work, the relationship might falter.
That's so true. And I think some people get caught in this idea that love should be enough. But love alone doesn't pay the bills or ensure long-term stability.
Love can't fix everything, but it can motivate growth. The question is, how much do you believe in your partner's growth potential?
Exactly. The right person will be motivated by their partner's belief in them. But if that belief isn't shared, it could lead to frustration and resentment.
And resentment is a killer in relationships. If you're feeling like you're carrying the weight alone, that can easily lead to bitterness over time.
Which brings us back to the importance of clear communication. If both partners aren't on the same page about their financial goals, it can create tension.
Communication is everything. Financial stress can't be ignored. You need to talk openly about money, goals, and expectations.
Here's a big question. Can you love someone for who they are, even if their financial situation isn't where you want it to be?
It depends. If you're both working towards a future and you're equally invested, then yes. But if you're carrying all the weight, love alone might not be enough.
So it comes down to this. Are you both building together, or is one person doing all the work while the other watches?
That's the heart of it. Building together is the key. But if one person isn't pulling their weight, love can't make up for that.
And I think this is where financial compatibility matters. Not just money, but your values around work, growth, and ambition.
Totally. If your values around work ethic and growth don't align, it's going to create conflict, even if you're madly in love.
So at the end of the day, can love conquer all, or is it better to walk away and find someone who's more aligned with your financial and life goals?
It's all about balance. Love can't solve everything, but it can fuel the journey. If you both want to build together, then that's what matters most.
And maybe the key is to stop looking at financial struggles as a deal breaker and instead see them as part of the journey together.
It's not about having it all figured out now. It's about knowing that together, you can figure it out.
I agree completely. So for everyone listening, ask yourself, are you ready to build together? Or are you looking for someone who already has everything figured out?
Whatever you decide, make sure you're both aligned on your goals, financially, emotionally, and in every other way.
That's a wrap for today's episode of The Real Relationship Talk. Thanks for joining us. And remember, relationships are about building, not just surviving.
Take care and keep building that future together.
Absolutely. Together we can.
That's the spirit.